Welcome from the Sparx Systems YouTube channel. My name's Scott, and today we're continuing to look at our urban parking system repository. I'm joined by Stephen Maguire today, and we're going to look at generating out a web page and some HTML that represents some of the stuff that's stored in our model. So welcome, Stephen. It's great to have you on board, and look forward to seeing how easy it is to create a HTML web page and website from our content.
Thanks for the introduction, Scott. Always a pleasure to be here. Yeah, this is a really exciting topic. We're going to create HTML output from the model. Now, we did look at exporting content from the model, and we looked at a number of options there. I've got the publish ribbon selected there, and we normally go over and select our perspective, Scott, but we don't need to do this in this particular case. We are just going to use the ribbons to drive this generation. So we looked at the publish ribbon when we were in our export video. We looked at the model reports panel and the diagram image panel and the model exchange panel. You'll see on the model reports panel, there's an item called HTML. Now, we looked at this very briefly. We brought up the dialog box, but let's have a look what we can do with this. So let's go standard HTML report, and we could also publish to Joomla. So let's do a standard HTML report. It brings up a dialog box. We've got the title there, requirements model. And what we want to do there is we want to change to a different package. So we can use this package icon here. Let's actually export some business models, Scott, and let's do our business processes there. And so we'll say okay to that. Okay. And you notice the tool changes. We can
highlight a different package, yes.
Yeah, and we can set the title of this if we want to. So, let's choose there, and we'll say, urban parking system, business processes. Now we can choose the output file. Let's browse for that now, and I'll just get that into a position where I can find that location. Won't be a minute there, and we'll put it into a location on in our file system there. So it's gone into model exchange HTML. We've got the style there we can set. Let's jump over that. We've got diagram themes we can set, so we can choose the theme. I'm going to leave that at the moment in its raw state, which will just give us the theme that we've got in the diagrams. So image quality, lots of different things there. High resolution. Let's give it its standard. Lots of options here, Scott. General options, preserve white space in notes. Let's choose that. No page for note and text items. So we can hide that, hide stereotyping. Lots of different options. The image format, ping, the external hyperlink target, all sorts of different things. And we can also include information such as maintenance items, resource allocations, and all of those things. So let's actually just go take the default things and go generate, and Enterprise Architect does the work. And you can see how quick that was. We've got the HTML generation complete. Let's go view there. Very fast. Let's go view there. Now that's popped up on another monitor. I'm just going to drag that one onto the screen as well. And there we have it. So it isn't just a web page. It's a series of web pages that have been generated effectively into a little web site. So we can select things in the little tree. So it's kind of emulating, if you like, the view that you got inside the repository, although obviously this is now just the business process node that we had there. So it's very easy to use, and anyone can put this on a network drive. They can incorporate it into some sort of technology stack, and people are able to look at the information there. So let's have a look at drilling down on this. I can say, look, manage parking reservations there. I can see that. It's given me some information about that. And, you may want to look at some of the other links and things there. So we can, follow those things through. Let's have a look at our manage parking reservation there, Scott. And you can see the diagram is there, some metadata about when it was created, when it was modified, some, project information there, and some advanced information. You've got the GUID there, and the notes are there as well. So the notes have come in a particular format. Now, we can also click through here. So we had talked about drilling down through these processes in Enterprise Architect, and we can simply click on that and drill to the next level of element. So
it's pretty comprehensive because you've got your elements, legends that you've created, the notes for the diagram.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think before I saw some information about an element on a model as well. So
yeah, that's right, Scott. And the thing is, you've got the tree navigation here, but you've also got this navigation here with
some breadcrumbs up the top.
Yeah, exactly. And we can, look at this now. We've got our, manage our make parking reservations there, and we can look at, more detail there. So we can look at the elements there. So make available, accessible, specialized parking, make multi-level parking, check security alerts there, and make event parking. So we can, drill down this way into that diagram as well. And you can see the swim lanes are there, and we can, drill down into the swim lanes. And as you mentioned,
if the council wanted to open up the urban parking system for some public comment, you could do this in a couple of clicks and
yeah, exactly,
and get people to view it.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So lots of opportunities there. And we click on an element, you'll see that will take us through to the element, and you can see the notes there and some other detail. Now, Scott, this may not be the exact format that people want.
Yeah.
It may not, they may not want that the advanced tab there. And there's a completely tailorable or flexible way of creating style sheets that will style this up in exactly the way that you want. So it isn't just a matter of HTML pages. There are JavaScript files there, CSV files that can be altered, and you can alter the content and make it exactly what you would like to see there. So very flexible, and of course I can just go back through through my elements here and drill back or drill up through those. So I want to say something about this, Scott. This has been in the tool for a very, very long time. Yes, it's had some changes over different versions, but another alternative to producing this HTML report, and while this is incredibly useful, but a lot of people don't know that there are a number of other ways that a user can see model content. For example, Prolaborate, which is a web-based tool that allows you to view model content through a browser. And that's interactive in the sense that there are all sorts of discussions and things that you can have with, with people. But this is going to be covered, the topic of Prolaborate and publishing things is going to be covered in a different video. But at the moment, this is a very stable, useful, and, a way of producing content for people to be able to see and navigate through the model. And of course, if you had navigation diagrams in there, they would be able to work as well, and you could provide a different way of navigating through the model.
So in the past, you've used navigation cells, so they come across via
that's right, Scott. They would come across as well. So we've got, our navigation cells here. We've got to our strategic models, and we can do that. So all of those would come through in the HTML as well, and that would be another useful way of navigating through the model. So again, it's been there for a long time. It's a very useful thing for publishing models and getting them out there. And remember, you've got lots of flexibility about setting style sheets and changing the way that content would look across the web.
But considering you kind of had the default options, it really only felt like it took a few seconds to generate out that HTML, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah, exactly, Scott.
Well, thanks once again, Stephen, for showing us how to generate out and publish HTML from your model. It's really great to create an interactive website with content and with navigation in just a few clicks. So that's fantastic. To all of our audience on the Sparx Systems YouTube channel, if you've enjoyed this video, we'd really appreciate that you like the video. The algorithm likes the likes, and it's always great to have a bit of engagement. So if you have any comments, please feel free to add comments and subscribe to the ever-growing Sparx Systems YouTube channel. If you have any questions about generating out HTML or reports, or how to perhaps customize the web reports, you can reach out to Stephen via the LinkedIn credentials listed in the description below. So as always, thank you, Stephen, for your time and energy today. It's been great to see how easy it is to generate out HTML and to export that HTML from your model repository in Enterprise Architect.
Always a pleasure to be here, Scott. And just remember, we've only just scratched the surface of the tool's potential.